all its people. This all we pray in the name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Affirmation. I solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of Namibia and its people, and I solemnly promise to uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of Namibia to the best of my ability. So help me God. Thank you very much. Message from the head of state. It's the routine. It's our book says that. So, any petitions? Reports of standing and select committee? Other reports and papers? Notices of questions? No, they are not here. Oh, question about motion and your motion. Questions? Oh, sorry, I forgot I have been long out here. Honorable Lizazi. Come again?
Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Allow him to finish, then you can come in.
I rise on the point of privilege, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Let me hear.
It's the issue of the order paper driven from yesterday. Order number 1, Roman figure 1, it says the person who should speak is the Right Honorable Prime Minister on the second reading of the bill that he moved. And then is he now replying to all the comments and discussions and queries from the honorable members, or what? Even table office, they let that thing pass. I don't know whether it's the new operative procedures of the Parliament. I seek your indulgence, Honorable Deputy Speaker, whether now, hence he is the mover, this order 1 can now go to postponement that was given by Honorable Freeze for Wednesday next week. I thank you.
Thank you. I am not getting you. I think the petroleum bill was moved by the Minister of Mines and Energy. No, the records, the petroleum bill was moved by the Minister. Come again? Who postponed? No, you see, this. No, just, yeah, PM moved the bill of enterprises. The bill of petroleum was put first by, I don't know now, but it was put by the Minister of Mines and Energy. No, the order paper is right. No, who contributed? Okay, no, but I wanted, honorable members, let us just be clear. The assertion that the Prime Minister is the sponsor of the bill is wrong. Let's first start there. Yeah, so if he's not a sponsor, then he can contribute. The other factor is we must now ascertain whether he has contributed or not. Huh? He has not. The table office confirms. I will ask them. No, just wait, Honorable Venan. Just wait. No. Yeah. You see, what we do normally, even with the budget. Okay, it can be a cookbook, but now the cook is the one leading us.
Responding to specific questions directed to him.
Yeah. No, just wait. Now. Can I'm saying the record, what we normally do is the record, even during the budget debates and so, the table office is noting who is speaking what and when. Like mental health bill on the 14th of the 10th, it was Honorable Venani, 1708, Honorable Lucato, 1722. That is mental health. So based on that, that's the record. If we need to improve on this record, let's assist each other. But as of now, there is a manual capturing of the time, the members, and the names that have been captured on this book. So in terms of this book, Prime Minister has never taken the floor. Honorable Ligando, not John. Not John. Roderick, Honorable Ligando Roderick.
I just want to say, we cannot trust those records because we have seen yesterday here. That record that you want us to rely on was saying I contributed when I did not even contribute. So there is no fairness in that record. We cannot say today that the record is accurate if yesterday you were saying, with the same record, that I contributed when I did not contribute. So, with all due respect, Deputy Speaker, we cannot.
Okay. I take note, honorable members. I also say as a footnote, if the current practice is not conducive, assist us in order to improve. But as going forward, that is the basis of the records on which we need to rely. So let us engage offline, approach the secretary or myself or the speaker so that we improve on the record as to how we are going to authenticate the records in terms of the proceedings of the House. Thank you. I'm now looking for questions. We had questions. Yes. Honorable Mashindange. Karonda wina mbio sa yekuta. No.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. No, you started very well, Deputy Speaker, by citing that the Right Honorable Prime Minister as a mover, as the sponsor of the bill, the petroleum bill.
Yeah, just wait. Let's hear him out.
You see, Deputy Speaker, there is I don't even know if this thing is written in the way that it's supposed to be, but even that, my record says that the Right Honorable Prime Minister has contributed, and he contributed. In fact, there was the day I was contributing, he came in to counter what I was saying. So it's on that basis that we need to check the Hansard. While we are waiting for the Hansard, I propose that we go with the first proposal to defer the bill until next Tuesday while we are checking the records. If really the Right Honorable Prime Minister did not contribute. I thank you.
Okay, honorable members, let's not, maybe we want to be technical. All I'm saying is the record we are having is indicating he has never. First, the issue was he the sponsor? We are saying he was never the sponsor. Now we are saying the records. You can have your record, but the record on which we rely is from the table office. That record indicates he's not there. Yeah, which you are disputing, but unfortunately that is the official. Okay, thank you very much. Notices of questions? Notices of questions? Honorable Lucato.
What about the minute we waited? I wanted to ask you now, I will not give any chance.
No, the minutes are swap wasted.
My relative brother, Deputy Speaker, members of Parliament, and the leaders of various political parties, good day and thank you for the platform.
Good day, my speaker.
Today, Wednesday, 10 June 2026, I hereby give notice that on Thursday, 18 June 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Health and Social Services, Honorable transparency Luvindao.
Yes.
The following question. Honorable Minister, it has been observed that the ongoing national polio vaccination campaign has raised concern among many parents and the guidance across Namibia. Traditionally, during the 1990s, polio vaccinations were generally administered once during the year, and the public was informed that this provided protection against the disease. However, the current vaccination campaign is being conducted in multiple rounds, namely round 1, round 2, round 3, and now round 4, with each round taking place with relatively short intervals. This has created uncertainty and concern among parents regarding the necessity of repeated doses. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Minister, my questions are as follows. Why is the current polio vaccination campaign being conducted in multiple rounds instead of single annual vaccination? Number 2, does the need for multiple vaccination rounds indicate any difference in the quality? Number 3, what scientific and medical reasons justify administering several doses of the vaccine within a short period? Number 4, why are parents now required to provide consent for vaccination when previous national vaccination campaigns were largely compulsory? Number 5, what measures has the ministry taken to educate parents and guardians about the safety affecting the masses? Number 6, can the minister inform this House whether Namibia intended to introduce the new HIV prevention technology, and if so, when they are expected to become available in the country, like in South Africa? Now, the last one, 7, what steps is the ministry taking to strengthen...
Table the question now, Elder. Okay. Honorable Kandurungu.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I hereby give notice that on the 11th June, I shall ask the Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, Honorable Lucia Ipumbu, the following question. Honorable Minister, the truck drivers operator recruited under the 2023 intake of the Namibian Correctional Services NCS were initially appointed at the rank of Correctional Officer Grade 1, CO1, later graduated with the rank of Correctional Officer Grade 2, CO2, and subsequently had their ranks withdrawn in January 2024 without clear justification. Honorable Minister, this truck driver operator possessed a Code CE driver license, the highest qualification in heavy-duty vehicle operation, and are entrusted with operating trucks and trailer carrying high-value loads under hazardous conditions. The other military terms I cannot mention here. Honorable Minister, I'm asking the following questions. What are the reasons for the removal of CO2 rank from these officers, and when will the investigation into this matter be concluded and communicated to the affected members? Why are such officers placed at grade 12, CO1, while other categories such as case management officer, SMOS, despite separate academic qualification, and are appointed at higher ranks such as senior chief correctional officer, grade 8, even though both groups underwent institutional training within the same intake period? In light of Section 5 of the Labor Act 2027, which prohibits unfair discrimination in employment and promote equal treatment, how does the ministry justify the apparent disparity in rank allocations and condition of service between employees performing duties of different risk level but comparable institutional training exposure. Finally, will the Minister consider conducting a comprehensive review of the rank and grading structure for truck driver operators within the National Correctional Services to ensure alignment with legal requirements, fairness, and operational risk associated with their duties? I so submit.
Thank you. Please table the question. Simon. Honorable Bundu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 18th of June, 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security the following. Honorable Speaker, I rise on a matter of concern regarding irregular migration patterns in Oshikango border area and the need of accurate national data of foreign nationals regarding residing and working in Namibia without proper documentation. This is important both for national security, effective migration management and protection of the vulnerable migrant who may be exposed to exploitation or unsafe conditions. Reliable statistics are necessary to guide enforcement, humanitarian response, and proper planning for the state. Question: how many Angolan nationals are currently recorded in Namibia who are classified as being in the country irregularly, and what verification system is used to determine these figures? Question 2, how many Angolan nationals have been formally returned or deported from Namibia over the past 5 years, and how many returns were voluntary versus enforced? 3, are there any recorded cases or missing persons among Angolan nationals within Namibia, particularly in border regions such as Oshikango and others? And how are such cases investigated and coordinated with Angolan authorities? The last question: how many Angolan nationals have been granted permanent residence or Namibian citizens over the past 5 years, and what legal criteria were applied in each category? I so submit.
Thank you. Please table the question. Honorable Mongo.
I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 18th of June 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Finance, Honorable Erika Shafuda, the following. Recent statistics shows a sharp increase in Namibia's domestic debt, with government borrowing from local banks rising by 20.4 billion in 1 year to a total of 52.4 billion, an increase of 63.6%. This highlights significant concerns about government spending control, the ability to manage debt over time, and increased strain on the banking system. Honorable Speaker, economists warn that such fast borrowing could fuel inflation in a small open economy, especially under a fixed exchange rate regime, with inflation already rising from 2.1% to 3.1% in a single month. There are growing concerns about crowding out private sector credit and weakening price stability. I therefore proceed to ask critical questions. What is the government's justification for increasing domestic borrowing by 20.4 billion in a single year? And how does this align with Namibia's medium to long-term debt sustainability framework? What coordination exists between the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Namibia to ensure that government borrowing does not destabilize monetary policy objectives? Can you, Honorable Minister, provide a breakdown of how the 20.4 billion in additional borrowing was allocated across development spending, recurrent expenditure, and debt refinancing? And lastly, what measurable economic returns are expected from this level of borrowing, and how will Parliament assess whether it has translated into real growth rather than consumption-driven spending. I so submit.
Honorable Fries.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I hereby give notice that on Thursday, the 18th of June, 2026, I shall ask the Right Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Dr. Elijah Ngurare, the following. Parliament continues to spend valuable time debating, scrutinizing, and adopting motions that reflect the will of the people's representatives. Yet, many of the adopted motions disappear into administrative silence without measurable implementation.
Yes.
This undermines the authority of Parliament, weakens public confidence in democratic institutions, and reduces important parliamentary resolutions to symbolic exercises rather than instruments of governance. Notably, several motions championed by the PDM, including those addressing youth unemployment, rising crime rates, and food insecurity in Namibia, were adopted by Parliament but remain largely unimplemented. I therefore ask the following questions, Right Honourable Prime Minister. Can the Prime Minister provide a comprehensive list of all motions adopted by the National Assembly since 2020 and indicate the implementation status of each motion, including responsible ministries, timelines, and progress achieved? Second question, what specific mechanism currently exists within the Office of the Prime Minister to monitor, coordinate, and enforce the implementation of motions adopted by Parliament? And lastly, will the Prime Minister support the development of a statutory framework requiring all ministries to submit implementation reports on adopted motions within a prescribed period, such as 90 or 180 days after adoption? I so submit, Deputy Speaker.
Very good.
Goes at the core of Parliament.
Yeah, thank you. Please table the question. We are somehow doing good. We've got 7 minutes in terms of written questions. Yeah, Honorable Mulunga.
I hereby give notice that on Thursday, 18 June 2026, I shall ask the Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, Water and Land Reform, Honorable Inge Zamwani Kamwi, the following questions. Honorable Minister, I rise to bring to the attention of this esteemed House a pressing issue concerning the Agro-Marketing and Trade Agency, AMTA. It has come to my attention that the agency's government funding has been frozen due to the absence of the required external audits for the financial year 2023-2024 and 2024-2025. This unfortunate situation has resulted in significant operational challenges, particularly in relation to the agency's readiness to procure maize from small-scale producers across various green schemes. If this produce is not utilized within the next 3 weeks, there is a great risk that it will be lost. In light of these circumstances, I respectfully seek to pose the following questions to the Honourable Minister. Number one, what measures are being taken to resolve the issue of the frozen government funding to AMTA? Number two, what steps is AMTA taking to ensure that the small-scale producers are not adversely affected by this funding freeze? Number three, how does the ministry plan to address the potential wastage of maize if procurement is not carried out promptly? Four, and finally, is there a contingency plan in place to support small-scale producers in the event that AMTA's operational challenges persist? I so submit.
Thank you. Please table the question. Honorable Klute.
Honourable Speaker, I hereby give notice that on the 18th of June 2026, I shall ask the Honourable Minister of International Relations and Trade to report to this House in terms of Article 40, Sub-Article H of the Namibian Constitution, which provides that members of Cabinet have the duty, and I quote, to formulate, explain and analyze for the members of the National Assembly the directions and content of foreign trade policy and to report to the National Assembly thereon, close quote. In light of this constitutional duty, I ask the Honourable Minister, on what date did Cabinet last table before this House a comprehensive report on the direction, content, implementation and outcomes of Namibia's foreign trade policy as required by Article 40, Sub-Article H? B. If no such report has been tabled during the current session, on what date will such a report be tabled before the National Assembly? I so ask.
Thank you. Please table the question. Honorable Yemba.
Speaker, I hereby give notice that on the 16th of June 2026, I shall ask the Honourable Minister of Home Affairs the following questions. I'm reliably informed that there are serious operational challenges affecting birth registration and civil documentation services in our country. These challenges have direct consequences for citizens' access to education, healthcare, social grants, employment opportunities, and ultimately their constitutional identity as Namibians. In light of these concerns, I wish to direct the following questions to the Honourable Minister. Firstly, applications for late birth registration involving children elder than 5 years are submitted and processed in both Kavango West and Kavango East regions. Yet, the approval authority is centralized in Ohangwena. Can the Minister explain why applications originating in these regions must be approved in other regions hundreds of kilometers away, and why it is not possible to provide whatever remedy it is required in these regions where the application originated? Secondly, and the last one, what measures is the Ministry taking to ensure that approval authority is delegated to suitably qualified officials within Kavango East and Kavango West so that citizens are not subjected to unnecessary delays caused solely by the physical location of a particular approving official? I so submit.
Thank you. There is 1 minute left. Discretion. I will allow the last written question, Honorable Kalangula. Written question, the last. Okay. So you know the time. Thank you. Honorable Lutehesi. Yeah, I think written are done. 20. Come again. He was taking time. We are communicating. No, the ruling was made yesterday. You know, there is just one presiding officer. Yeah. Okay, Honorable Lutezi.
Okay, thank you so much, Deputy Speaker. I want to ask the Minister of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports and Arts and Culture, Honorable Dr. Steenkamp. Honorable Minister, winter mornings are very dark, not just cold. Our children are walking to school when it's very dark. I'm talking about 6 years old, leaving their homes at 6, from informal settlements and other rural areas to walk kilometers away to school. And this exposes them to many risks on the way. We have criminals roaming around. I want to ask, did you consider adjusting times for these young ones, especially the grade 0 to grade 3, so that they can start at suitable time, apart from relying on schools to make their own internal arrangements? I so submit.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Thank you, Honourable Member. My apologies. Yes, there is a formal circular in that regard. We will know that many years ago we did away with the winter time. What we have done now is written to every region, and every school then sets a time. There are, of course, also those who request us to have shorter school hours. And we must know that there are various factors that influence how long, and you would know as a former teacher, Honourable Member, how long the hours at school should be. So yes, there are arrangements. I can tell you for sure that there are schools who start much later, and we must also not forget the responsibility of parents ensuring that the kids reach the schools on time as well. So yes, those arrangements has been made, and it's been made with the schools and with all the respective regions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Lizazi.
Much, Honorable Deputy Speaker, for the floor. This question that I stood for is for, I want to ask the Right Honorable Prime Minister the following. We take note of the press release from the Judiciary Commission on the process of recruiting the new PG. We equally also take note that in that press release it says out of the 8 that were shortlisted, none of them was able to make it through the written interview. And this situation raises questions about transparency, fairness, and selection in the current process. You know, transparency in this process is essential because this is a constitutional matter. It's a position that is created and mandated by the Namibian Constitution, Article 88. And the confidence and trust of the public, integrity in this appointment is very, very important. So I would like to ask the following question. Number 1, can the Right Honorable Prime Minister confirm to the House that the recruitment process of the PG, Prosecutor General, will be transparent? And may the Prime Minister also confirm or assure the public that including the questions, the scores, and all other things will be made public in the commencing of the recruitment process that has restarted in the future and even now. And then so that we can have to ensure public trust, to ensure confidence, to ensure integrity of the appointment thereafter. Because we want to be sure that the individual appointed is indeed going to represent everyone equally. I thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable PM. Okay.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. And thank you very much, Honorable Valizazi, for the urgent oral question pertaining to the matter that you have asked. Before I answer it, as I do, I hope we can all be on the same page. I think it was Honorable Mvula who once said that there are three branches of government. One is the executive, one is the legislature, and one is the judiciary. And I think it was also said that these three, even though they are interrelated in some way, but one cannot infringe on the other. I think the honorable member would agree, at least on that principle. And since nodding means yes, then you agree. So therefore, on the general principle of fairness, etc., I think we are all agreed. But then the honorable member is saying that based on probably what is been made in the public space, there are certain maybe scorings that have been made in respect of that position, and therefore you are saying going forward it should conform to the suggestions that you make. On that basis, honorable member and a dear brother of mine, the question is no longer urgent. And I would therefore respectfully appeal from you to put this in writing so that with the accuracy of the issues that you have raised, I can then look into it and transmit it accurately to the institution that must make sure that it conforms precisely what you are saying. And I'm building that on the basis that we agree this is the judiciary, this is the legislature, because tomorrow, when the same is happening here, and I have heard it here, there are some sentiments from some honorable members. They say, no, this is legislature, and the executive should not interfere. Yes. Am I correct?
Please listen to him, he listened to you.
Huh?
Honorable Izazi, he listened to you, isn't it? No, he listened to you. Did he not listen to you, Honorable Izazi? No, Honorable Member, did the PM not? Yeah, now also just extend. Honorable Lizazi, the question has been answered.
The good thing is Varikando agrees with me. Yeah, no, but in all seriousness, I think we all agree on the principles of it, but it would be, I think, helpful for honorable member, put this question, reduce it into, yeah, that paper, please bring it, and submit it to the Deputy Speaker, and so that we can then be able to transmit without interference in the other branch of government. After? Yes, thank you. So, Honorable Deputy Speaker, I think that's, we will wait for the question put in writing from the Honorable Gentleman with the red tie.
Okay.
My good brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Eames. I just seek your indulgence. I was supposed to call Honorable Kalangula first. In some way, when he pressed, his name went off. Can I just give him, and then I will revert to the list the way it is. Thank you. Honorable Kalangula.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Honorable Deputy Speaker, I rise to give an urgent oral question to the Minister of Works and Transport. Newton's third law states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Meaning if someone slaps you, you expect to slap back.
And the Bible?
Yeah, and the Bible otherwise is against Newton's third law.
Okay.
But we are talking physics now. Honorable Deputy Speaker, 2 weeks after Transnamib executives has been reinstated, 7 laptops got stolen. Newton's third law. Can the Honorable Minister confirm if files, testimonies, or digital evidence linked to ongoing disciplinary processes of these 2 reinstated executives were on those laptops. Would the Honorable Minister, while at it, agree that this is the consequence of the 21st May directive that he gave? While we are there, what are the corrective measures that the Honorable Minister is going to give going forward, and what are the negative effects on the ongoing investigation by the Law Enforcement and Anti-Corruption Commission pertaining these two executives? I so submit, Honorable Deputy Secretary.
Honorable Minister.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Member, you are asking possibly 2 or 3 issues in one that is relating to the return of the 2 executives that were suspended, the breaking in of the office of Transnami and the consequences thereto, including the investigations. The first and foremost, it must be understood in absolute correctness, and I have taken it from you, and I think many of you, that there must be no wastage of state resources, including parastatals. What is the principle? The principle is the board have requested the Minister of Works and Transport to permit them to suspend the executives implicated to allow for investigations. The investigations were concluded, and the hearing dates are set. That means there was no more investigations underway, and that was the premise of the suspension. It would be logical if it was done in good faith, that then if those investigations are concluded as a request, they must now return to work and they get paid on the work they are performing. Cognizance so that a week ago, we all have read that an executive was suspended for over 2 years, and he was to be retained and to be paid for 2 years, which was not at work. So what was correct on the premise of the suspension is that the persons must then go back to work and they get paid for the work that is done on the premise that the investigations was completed. Secondly, it should be understood, as the information that I have, that the office was broken into from outside, not from inside. No. The information that I have, and the information also presented here, it was not walk in the office. The breaking in takes place in the evenings after the office has been closed. Okay? Therefore, you will understand that from a general perspective, it was a break-in from outside. Therefore, it then goes on the premise to provide that, based on that information, the law enforcement officers who are entrusted by the state to investigate matters of that nature, investigations are underway, and everybody who has a responsibility is now awaiting the outcome of the investigations accordingly. In addition, it is my understanding that the hearings are set. I think one is end of this month and one is in July for the 2 executives. And insofar as I stand here, I am yet to be presented by the board of what was stolen during the breaking in. So what I have read, what you are saying is what I have read also in the papers, but I'm waiting now for the formal submission by the board to indicate what was stolen, and accordingly, if is that the case, I will then inform the you through this August House whether those that is in the papers are correct, and what corrective measures will the board and the management be undertaking to ensure that future breakings in the offices are not taking place. So that is the information I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Honorable Nashinge.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Mine is I have a quick one to the right, Honorable Prime Minister. Honorable Prime Minister, I just want to find out if you are aware that the CEO of Telecom, who has tendered his resignation with effect from 1st July 2026, has within his notice period signed 2 significant agreements, very strategic, and open access and partnership agreement with the very same company that is limping as we speak. For many years, service is terrible and all that. So I want to find out now that as per the law, public enterprise and so on, also all of us knowing that the new board was just few hours or days constituted, are we saying the board has given the mandate to the outgoing CEO to sign these significant agreements which are going to be executed in his absence? And if that's the case, Right Honorable Prime Minister, what are you going to do? Because this is against the principles of good governance, and I think part of the amendment that we have brought here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable PM.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Leader of the official opposition in Parliament. And thank you for your question. The question is whether I'm aware. I'm not aware, and I will find out and revert back on that particular matter, because it seems to suggest that, and as you rightly indicate, the new board and the outgoing 2 significant contract or agreements that were signed, so I need to find out and we'll follow through with the line minister. And Honorable Member, then we'll come back to you. Is that good? Thank you very much. And Honorable Deputy Speaker, if you'll indulge me, my friend there, the young youth leader, since he posted that this side was absent, so please post again that this side is not absent.
Okay.
On a lighter note.
On a lighter note. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. That disposed of urgent questions in terms of time. Okay, Honorable Venani, 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Yeah, he will be the last. There is the time. Honorable Venani? No, Honorable Venani, take the floor. It's your time.
Honorable Bishop.
Bishop. Honorable Bishop, give the men. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that understanding. Okay, Honorable Venani.
Yes,
Yeah.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I crave for your kindest indulgence to ask an urgent oral question to the Minister of Finance, the Honorable Erika Shafuta. Honorable Erika Shafuta, very affable sister of mine, I have petitioned
the Bankers Association, and I've been raising this issue for a number of years. The Namibian commercial banks are the biggest profiteers in this country. Every bank announces every year of making in billions in profit. But if we look at our communities, especially rural communities, you have constituencies in Namibia where there is no banking services. People have to travel to towns, teachers, nurses, everywhere. Everywhere people must go to Rundu, must go to Katima Mulilo, must go to Kakarara, must go to go and look for a banking service just to access cash. How are you as a Minister of the Exchequer allowing the banks not to take a responsibility of at least making sure that in each constituency there is 1 or 2 teller machines for people to access cash? Because the rural economy now is being helped by these people going to urban centers. Because if you want cash, you must go to ShopRite, you must go to bigger shops. So these shops are left behind because our people have no access to financial mobility. What are you going to do about it as a leader in that industry? There's a core problem. Sure.
Oh, agenda now.
It's very urgent.
Honorable Shafuda.
You are banging on your cell phone.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Members. Thank you very much, Honorable Venani. As you were speaking, I was already reflecting on the financial sector strategy that the commercial banks have ascribed to. And one of the principles there is financial inclusion. And in other words, we also have to make sure that these commercial banks, right, bring services closer to the people. And this is the point of Honorable Venani. So we are aligned because we are singing the same song. We are singing from the same hymn book. That's to say we are engaging the commercial banks on many things, including this one. Because there was even an incident, and it's good that he raised it. There was an incident in Kamanyab, if I'm not mistaken, where there was an ATM, and out of the blue, they decided to close it because apparently the populace is not, the number is not commensurate to what they needed to do there. But they have forgotten that they are here for the people. And the money that they are having is from the people. So your message is clear. It's just reinforcing what we are already engaging the commercial banks about. So you are only reinforcing the agenda that is already on the table. And since you have also spoken to the Bankers Association, again, I'm going to repeat it. This is serious, and for that, I applaud your intervention and your question. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. That brings us to the end of the questions. Okay, allow me to read. You know? Okay, thank you. Now, come again? No. You see, privilege on what? Not on a question, eh? Not on, okay. No, you are just too, but time is time. You see, I did not refuse, Honorable Karonda. Just sit a bit. Even if we started late, let's not be technical. The same mind you have, I also have. The rules are saying the time allowed for urgent questions must not exceed 20 minutes on each day. So even if we start late, the 20 minutes, we are bound by the 20 minutes. That's the argument I wanted to say. Okay. Parliamentary privilege. Honorable Gambala.
The particular rule. But they're also saying that also because we are trying to move swiftly. I'm saying one part of the house came late. Wait.
Yeah.
Came late. And we're asking the indulgence that, okay, we lost time. And every time we come, you are told, no, we waste time on what time. So So I'm calling on you that, okay, let's give us that lost time. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it get today.
Okay.
Let's get it back.
Yeah.
Rule 14 also helps us as well. Rule 14 also assists you that.
No problem.
Thank you.
I take note. Notices of motions. No, he did not ask any ruling. No, you are submitting a suggestion, and I ask you before I give you the floor, is it on something that I've said? Now you see you are becoming technical. Now you're saying no, but you stand up and repeat the same thing in which I employ on you. Okay. It's not the ruling, it's the time. I'm saying even that argument you are having, that we started late, the rules are saying the oral questions are for 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes we are within. Yeah, Honorable Venani. Yeah, I take note of that. Honorable Venani.
Honorable Speaker, on a very sober note, on a lighter note, is it permissible for an honorable member to want to look godly and near brotherly to the heavens? My dear cousin Tombe, Dr. Mubita, is so white today, he looks very close as the cousin of the Lord. I take note of that as a Christian. On that very light note, Honorable Minister of Education, listen very luister baie mooi, my dear Minister. Honorable Speaker, I hereby give notice that on the 16th of June, the year of the Lord 2026, I shall move a motion that in view of the fact that in 2011, Namibia repatriated the skulls of Namibian victims of the 1904-1908 genocide from the Federal Republic of Germany, aware that thousands of skulls, human remains, and cultural artifacts are still retained in various museums as well as in public and private collection centers across the world, further noting that the return remains are currently housed at the National Museum without a clearly defined long-term framework for preservation, dignity, and commemoration. Recognizing that the return remains require dignified and meaningful closure following their barbaric killings, horrific mutilation for human scientific research that undermine the principles of racial equality, and further recognizing that these remains should be accorded proper preservation and commemoration. Therefore, I move and request that this August House to debate the need for the burial of these remains in an underground glass-covered tomb, including the consideration of interment at an appropriately designated memorial sites at locations where the genocide occurred as an enduring act of remembrance for future and current generations. Further resolves that this August House establishes in its own volition a parliamentary select committee to engage with the Parliament of Germany and other relevant international partners with the objective of facilitating the repatriation of all remaining human remains and artifacts from Europe and the United States of America. Lastly, and calls upon the relevant parliamentary standing committee to consult with affected traditional communities and stakeholders to determine appropriate culturally respectful methods for the preservation, honoring, and memorialization of these remains upon their return to Namibia in accordance with their customs and traditions. Honorable Speaker, I so move.
Thank you very much. Please table the motion. Thank you, Honorable Mashindange.
Final. Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I hereby move without notice in terms of Rule 124H and Rule 76A that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Lucy Ambuti as from the 9th to the 11th of June 2026. I so move.
Okay, please table the motion. Honorable Cooper.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I move without notice that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Dr. Pea Mushelenga for the period of 10 to 11 June 2026. I so move, Honorable Speaker.
Please table the motion. Honorable Lucato.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, members of Parliament, today, Wednesday, 10 June 2026, I hereby give note that on Wednesday, 17 June 2026, I shall move that this August House discuss and agrees to table the motion to establish an equestrian body for the standard development of regions, towns, and villages in the Republic of Namibia. I so move.
Please table the motion. Thank you, Honorable Garonda.
Yeah. Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
You can even explain. I think you are laughing, so the others did not get it.
I move without notice.
Thank you, honorable members.
I move without notice that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Nico Somai from the 12th of June 2026 until the 20th of June 2026, as he will be out on official duties.
Thank you. Please table the motion.
Is it accepted or what?
Thank you, Honorable Klute.
Honorable Speaker, I hereby give notice that on the 18th of June 2026, I shall move the motion titled Accession to the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. As Namibia approaches the petroleum production era that will shape public revenue for decades, the agreements, payments, ownership structures, and revenues in this sector must be open to public and parliamentary scrutiny. Namibia is not yet a member of the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Government indicated that Namibia would work towards joining by 2025, but no formal application has followed. I therefore move that this House calls on government to formally apply for membership of the extractive industries before any final investment decision on major offshore petroleum production. And secondly, calls on government to publish a disclosure schedule for petroleum agreements, payments, revenues, licenses, and beneficial ownership, and refers this motion to the relevant parliamentary standing committee for consideration and report back to this House. I also give notice.
Thank you. Please table the motion. Thank you, Honorable Licanto.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I hereby move without notice in terms of 124H and Rule 76D that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Bertrand Gifikwa as from 9 to 11 June 2026.
Thank you. Please table the motion. Thank you, Honorable Mbinge Sheundo. Hello.
Who just started. And also tell us where you were for coming 1 hour later.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Article 8 of the Namibian Constitution guarantees human dignity. Article 10 promotes equality before the law and protection from discrimination. And Article 95 applies to the state to promote public welfare, health, and decent working conditions. Consensus over the treatment of uniformed security personnel who die by suicide, particularly regarding funeral and ceremonial honors, raise a question about fairness, dignity, and recognition of duty-related psychological injuries. On the 16th of June 2026, I shall move a motion to debate the policies governing funerals and ceremonial honors of the uniformed security personnel who die by suicide. The motion will also emphasize the importance of recognizing mental health challenges as a serious condition that can lead to suicide and consider whether duty-related psychological injuries should be treated with the same seriousness as any other causes of death. I further call for this motion to be referred to the relevant parliamentary standing committee for further scrutiny, stakeholder consultation, and detailed consideration, with recommendation to ensure constitutional compliance, human treatment, and improve member wellness system. I so submit, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Please table the motion. Thank you, Honorable Kalangula.
Kelaboha, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I hereby move without notice.
Please.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I hereby move without notice in terms of Rule 124H and Rule 76, Sub-Rule 1D, that leave of absence be granted to Honorable John Low Mutone, my neighbor here, as from 09 to 11th June 2026. I so move. Honorable
Thank you.
Deputy.
Please table the motion. Okay. Thank you, Honorable Kangulu.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I move without notice in terms of Rule 124H and the Rule 76 that leave of absence be granted to Honorable Sisla Kanyemba as from the 9th to the 11th of June.
Thank you. Please table the motion. Thank you. Ministerial statement. You're not on. Okay. Yes, ministerial statement. I'm checking here, my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Honorable Deputy Speaker, I make this statement in order to set the record straight on certain matters concerning the supply of oil to Namibia, because the matter is of direct importance to every Namibian. I have tried to explain several times, but I realize that I should continue to give more information and clarity. And therefore, Honorable Deputy Speaker, those concerns
most of them are misplaced and appear to proceed from a misapprehension of the manner in which the fuel industry is structured and regulated. I wish, therefore, first to clarify how the industry works, and second, restate the government's rationale and objectives. The regulation of the fuel industry. At the outset, it is important to understand the manner in which the industry works and in which it is regulated, and the principal distinction in the industry is between a wholesaler and a retailer and an international supplier. Wholesalers import fuel from international suppliers and then distribute that fuel to retail sites inside the country, where the fuel is sold to the consumers. Wholesalers and retailers operate within Namibia in this context and are subject to Namibian laws and are licensed accordingly. International suppliers such as Vitor, Trafigura, Total International and others do not require a Namibian license in order to supply the wholesalers who import the fuel. They supply from beyond our borders, and it is the wholesaler as the licensed importer that brings the product into Namibia. Vitor is an international supplier, and it is therefore not a requirement for that international supplier to be licensed under the Namibian laws. Vitor delivers fuel at port to Namibian wholesalers that are license holders, some of whom who have been supplied for years by the same company, although with different conditions, because they were supplied with premiums, and the government have now negotiated for the premiums to be removed so that the wholesalers also buy the petroleum products cheaper from that international supplier. So for the Vitor Honorable Venani, is not a new international supplier to the Namibian wholesalers. It has in the past supplied and continues to supply approximately 60% of the market, and in recent times of the market of Namibian oil. And in recent times has consistently supplied more than 60% of our wholesalers. The government's rationale and objectives in this context. Over the last 4 years, the consumer has paid to the wholesalers a premium over and above the basic fuel price. The basic fuel price is a blended international market price for fuel to which the relevant costs, such as transport and profit margin, are then added. In other words, the basic fuel price already includes a profit margin and is reflective of the market price of fuel. A premium is an additional charge over and above that price, which the consumer pays. It is paid principally because the wholesalers have stated that they cannot obtain their fuel at the basic fuel price, and that if the premium is not paid, the country will run dry. That has been their defense. The small size of individual wholesaler parcels and the resulting diseconomies of scale are cited as the reasons for the premium. This matter has plagued the country for some time. As far back as 2023, it was unanimously agreed with the petroleum industry that importers would order in bulk, in a coordinated manner, under a system known as the Bulk Petroleum Import Coordination System. This is what the ministry has currently started introducing. Indeed, we have engaged with both local and international companies in countries such as Russia,
Angola, Algeria, India, and some several companies such as Dangote and so on, to supply our wholesalers on an affordable terms. That was when Vitor also submitted a quote with a BFP flat rate, and no government guarantee is required in this exercise. They are actually selling their products cheaper than it has been all along, meaning that they are selling it to the wholesalers without premiums added. And in return, our wholesalers are also buying this product much cheaper without premiums, and therefore also able to supply this product much cheaper to the retailers. Those are our service stations. And this means that the end user also then will buy fuel at the pump much cheaper, because the fuel then was acquired on a reduced price without premiums. The coordinated ordering of volumes is nothing new in this industry. The wholesalers have done so and continue to do so, albeit in a fragmented and informal manner. What is different now is born of the necessity of the circumstance we found ourselves in as a country and as part of the world affected by the crisis in the Middle East, namely that has caused the rapid increase in the international oil price and the impending depletion of the National Energy Fund, that government has engaged the industry to make offers, to start this competitive process by which this coordination takes place, with the principal objective of removing the premiums once and for all, while ensuring that there is no financial exposure to government. The exercise conducted by government has shown that this objective can be achieved by regulating a supervised, coordinated, and competitive process upon the wholesalers. That process has been shown to remove the premium, as I've stated, to the benefit of the consumer, and forms a necessary step toward the implementation of the bulk petroleum import coordination system. As I conclude, Honorable Deputy Speaker, I reiterate that my duty is to the people of Namibia through the government of the Republic of Namibia, and that the removal of the premium that Namibians are currently paying for fuel is to be removed. Despite many attempts, the wholesalers have been unable to remove that premium on their own. We are assisting them now to come up with that system that will make it happen. So government intervention is accordingly necessary in that context. I thank you very much, Deputy Speaker.
Okay. Now, yeah, I have to, because of the interest, I will accede to questions. But let us first just be guided by what the rule says. 136. Okay. 136 subclause 2 say, the speaker may, in his or her discretion. I'm reading. If I'm reading wrong, help me, which page you are. The speaker may, in his or her discretion, allow short questions to put to the minister in making the statement for purpose of elucidating it. That's all I'm saying. The matter is of public interest, it's important. But the questions must be pertaining to the statement and the issue around what was delivered. Isn't it? That's all I'm saying. And maybe what we have followed also, maybe we must put a cap, a time. But if it's just questions, everyone 2 minutes, I think it's fine. We can accommodate everybody. Okay. My minister, you will come after. Okay. Honorable Venani.
Yes. Honorable Deputy Speaker,
Honorable Minister of Mines, I have these few questions for you. And I don't want to pinpoint companies or painting a certain company black or white. But I'm just asking these fundamental questions in the interest of our country that we prepared to serve. One is the fact that in your new arrangement with Vitol and Vitol giving you, not demanding any guarantees from the state, giving us less premium prices on the pump, good and well. We have established through an act of parliament a company through our own volition as a country called NAMCOR. Where is NAMCOR in all these affairs? Have we forgotten the company that we have created? Now we are dealing with, yes, because a former boss of NAMCOR and a former member of this house has made allegations saying that NAMCOR wanted to be included in this arrangement and they were not listened to. So I want to know from you, as NAMCOR also having a license, a wholesale license, where are they in these matters and is our oil security ensured? The oil security question, last two questions, I want to ask you the following, that this company, I don't know where it comes from, might be a very good company, Vitol or whatever you call them, but they are flagged internationally. They are flagged internationally having some legal improprieties across countries such as Kazakhstan, For you to come to us and say, the law says, he who seeks equity must come to equity with clean hands. Is this company clean to protect the oil security of our country? Lastly, Minister, I'm asking a conscious question. Do you receive, as a Minister of Mines and Energy, intelligence report in this country? Are you aware of some intelligence report that are showing individuals in this country already receiving big oil kickbacks in the country? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Angula.
Yes, thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. The Honorable Minister, can I be protected from my Honorable Elder, please? The Honorable Minister did a very good job at explaining the difference between the international, the wholesalers, retailers, and the consumers. And this really brings me to I think the most critical thing here is the Namibia Competition Commission had made rulings regarding mergers. Now we've seen that the research is telling us that there was a merger between Engen and Vitol. Basically that gives the international player, the wholesaler and the retailer, a link, a chain there. And this creates a monopoly, sort of to say. And recent reports have also indicated that Vitol and, well, whatever relationship exists there, the minister has given some concession for fuel supply to come from one supplier. That essentially creates a monopoly, by any other words. So my question here is, why is it that there was a ruling by the Namibia Competition Commission which is essentially trying to prevent one vertically integrated group from dominating the whole fuel supply chain? What can the minister give us as justification for such an arrangement? Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Nashinge.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Mine is a quick one. One, Honorable Minister, you have not taken us into a reason why public bidding, an open public bidding was not considered. But also this chip that we are talking about, Vitol is cheap against what price? You are not going there. Did NAMCOR ask 2,000 per liter? The list goes on. They asked 5 cents. But the other one is the contradiction. I want to find out on your side, the contradiction that the decision you took plus that of Namibia Competition Commission that Nasan will not get fuel from Vitol. Now you have given Vitol exclusive deal that they are the only one that should supply fuel here, and Nasan is in the business, they must get fuel to have those service stations not dry. So how do we deal with this legal quagmire, that contradiction? Or they are buying from somewhere else, they are not getting from Vitol. Maybe if you could just please clarify on those two.
Honorable Kambala.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, mine is also very short. One is that Honorable Minister, your letter of 11 of May talks about Vitol essay. But when you see the negotiation papers, it talks about Vitol Bahrain or Bahrain. So now we want to understand who is in business with the state. Is it Vitol SA or is it Vitol Bahrain? Because the negotiation document that we have seen, it talks about Vitol Bahrain. And Vitol Bahrain is Vitol SA not registered in the country. And what happened to the issue about growth at home? Because we need to, just like Ojubanani have said, that we create institutions, but then on the side we go and look further elsewhere to build other industries. When we have our own NAMCO being sidelined. The other issue is on the premium. What is the premium that you keep referring to? How much is it? Is it $10, $20? And also this premium, how does it affect our subsidies to Petrofan, MDA, and the other likes? Because you cannot say that you are removing a premium on this side, and then what happens to the subsidies that you have been paying? Is it just to balance the equation in terms of breaking even as a country on buying our oil, or what exactly is the end? If it's going to be cheaper, what is the cheaperness? Is it going to be $25 cheaper? Am I going to pay now $8 for my diesel, $2 for my petrol? What is cheap? And also the bidding process. Are you able to show us, or just to Parliament, to provide Parliament with those bids that you went out to go look for bids, and NAMCO, Total, and everybody else bid it at this price, and Vitol is the one that came out cheaper? Are you able to make those documents available for further scrutiny and public trust? Because we cannot be talking about oil and we are still having these backdoor discussions. So we want you to come out and give us that confidence that indeed this is what it was done in the ethical process. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable. Yeah. Okay, Honorable Klute. No, you are on the list.
Sound,
the sound is from yourself. All the others were not having sound.
Thank you for the...
It's not your phone or something?
No, it's not me.
Oh, that, the from, yeah.
No, it's not me.
Someone in the control room.
Huh? Oh. Okay. No, just wait. Honorable Klute.
Honorable Minister, thank you for the statement.
Honorable Klute, just move. Who's next to you? Yeah. The other one is red.
Yeah. Honorable Minister, thank you for the statement and for some of the concessions. It gives us a lot of clarity. But the statement is vague in terms of you have not really updated us on the pricing methodology, the volumes, and the duration of this arrangement. This being such a big contract, we would like really to know what is happening in that regard as Parliament. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Mwashindange.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Honorable Minister, thank you very much for that update. I just really want to understand from you, Honorable Minister, Tate Amutse. I'm not sure when you say your interest is to supply cheap fuel for Namibia, when you are creating a monopoly. Why am I saying you are creating a monopoly is we haven't seen any way where you have called on to all these guys that are in the industry to say, this is what government wants and this is our terms. Could you please bring forth your prices? We haven't seen that. We've just seen you saying that you chose Vitol to supply, fuel exclusively because you want to supply cheap fuel. Now, how did you get there? That's one. How did you get there to choose exclusively this company, the Russian company? How did you get there? That's one. Two, I fail to understand. We have a company that we appropriate money. Even now, a month ago, we've appropriated the money. And we are saying somebody from somewhere else is okay to listen to our terms and our sufferings, our economic situation, that they are able to supply us cheap fuel. While NAMCO that we appropriate money, even now, we are funding them. To do what exactly? Honorable Minister, I assumed you could have even sat with the leadership of this company and say, colleagues, this is where we find ourselves. This is why we have the company. Is it not defeating the purpose why we have NAMCO in the first place? Because I have thought that you would go there and say, these are the situations that we find ourselves. So this is what we want from you. It's our baby that we fund and appropriate money in this National Assembly. So why do we have them? When they are there and we bypass them and get someone else to supply us,
Thank you.
Please make it make sense. Thank you very much.
Honorable Lizazi.
Others have already alluded on the legal aspects, few of them, but I just wanted to find out, they may sound simple questions, but for somebody who is out there and myself will want to know these questions. Are these international suppliers, if they just dock at with the fuel at the harbor, are they really honoring when it comes to the issues of payment of the taxes? Import tax, are they honoring this? Number two, who benefits from that premium that is so important paid to these international suppliers that Vitol have removed for us? And if I recall very well, you were saying we are saving $1 billion. Now, who benefits from this premium? Maybe you can also elucidate on what is the premium and why should it be paid, so that we can understand very well, and who benefits from this one. And then what do we benefit in this trade agreement, apart from being supplied with petroleum products? What really do we as a country benefit? Because you talked of only the issue of the premium. And then the last one is NAMCO having a capacity to also bid on internationally or not, so that they can be an international supplier also, or they don't have just that knowledge, so that maybe we can know where we are headed with this NAMCO.
Honorable Lucato.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, thank you very much for the platform. My relative brother, Honorable Minister, let me commend you and salute you for the good to excellent statement to update the nation and also the House. So now the following, the masses they want to know from you while they are there, how many times are allowed by law to increase the fuel? That's the first one in Namibia. Second one, this year 2026, how many times has been increased the fuel? Then in number three, it can be not possible to increase the fuel once annual per year. The last one, who determine the increasement of the fuel? I saw submitted. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kandorondu.
Thank you. I don't want the Deputy Speaker a repetition. Most of the items have been covered. But mine is more on conflict of interest, because Vitol owned Vivo. Vivo used to own Shell and Agent. And then those two have been acquired by Nasan. And maybe you can confirm that Vitol have been recommended by the player, which is Namcor, Nasan, and Puma, that they are comfortable to be supplied by Vitol. Now, while Vitol is linked, like the Honorable Chief Whip of IPC, of AR, the way he put it, the issue of conflict of interest is like, I recommend like that my father-in-law supplies. Did you not realize that part, that the decision that you took for 3 months, it has a component of conflict of interest? And what will happen after 3 months? And finally, in relation to those that want NAMCOR, irrespective of what is happening at NAMCOR, I just read that Qatar Energy and Shell discover oil. Again, another block. But then Qatar Energy, the one that drill, is owned by government of Qatar. Why can our own government entity be empowered to come at that level, even starting at bulk supply? Thank you.
Honorable Aikola.
Yeah, thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. I want to ask, the Honorable Minister have stated it very clear, and we understand the intentions are good, but the procedure is the one that is problematic. The Honorable Member came to August House, the House that make laws, give us a ministerial statement with no citing of any law. No law was cited in that ministerial statement. Now, I want to understand which law have stated that, which act have stated that the international wholesalers who supply from beyond our borders do not need licensing. Which act? Because the act, the Petroleum Product Act and Energy of 13 of 1990, Chapter 2, is very clear, and did not state that international companies that will supply, such as Vitol, will not need licensing. So I just want to know, because today you are a minister, Honorable Minister. What if your successor next time, what if we tell your successor that, no, we want Vitol? Do you know what your successor will tell us? The law, the rule, the act is very clear, and Vitol does not qualify. So please explain to us which act is guiding this decision. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Karonda. Short.
Thank you very much, Comrade Deputy Speaker. I wish I could also thank the Minister, but I can't. I have no reason to thank you. I think you left me more confused. You see, basic economic principles, where supply is constrained. Where supply is constrained, it immediately affects the price, especially where demand remains inelastic. It remains focused, it remains stubborn. The price of the commodity would invariably increase. So what factors pushed your suppliers to reduce their prices so that you can save the $1 billion? What factors are those to remove the premium? What is it that they are gaining in return? There is no capitalist in this world who would simply give up the chance to make a profit for Mahala. There's no such. So there's something you are not telling us. So what is it that you are not telling us? And then you also told us that there's a rapid increase in global oil prices. The very basic theory says if there's an increase, then we can't be paying cheaply. There's no such. Now, with that said, I think, colleague, on the downstream, the retail side of things, and this is what you're also not telling us, your president, her children, the retail sector, why don't you link this thing? Why don't you build a nexus between what you are saying happening at the global level or at the wholesale level and what is happening at the retail level? Because we are not fools. What we pay at the pump is influenced by what we pay up. There's a relationship there. So tell us exactly what it is that we are missing and why you are not telling us what we ought to know. Okay. Do I still have time?
No, the time is over. You can see it's red. I'm just giving you because it's a contentious issue.
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
But also the language.
What language?
Oh.
What language? These are not, you want me to put on kids' gloves?
Which kids' gloves?
You want me to have
no,
kids' gloves?
No, just finish, Honorable Gauronda.
There are no kids' gloves here. You must just tell us the truth exactly. What is it that is happening in the industry? Okay. And in relation to the issues that were raised by the then Deputy Minister of Finance, as alluded to by Honorable Venani, I think your response, when you give it to us, factor the concerns raised by the then Deputy Minister so that we have a comprehensive picture. Thank you.
Honorable Lutu Hesi.
Honorable Minister, I have only two short questions. If I heard you correctly, you said Vitol is not the first time that is supplying with oil. And then my first question is, how will the government ensure that Namibia does not become dependent on a single foreign fuel supplier? And then the second one, will our local fuel companies benefit from this agreement? Or you are simply telling me that all the profits is going to leave the country? I so submit.
Thank you, Honorable Hengombe.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I just have...
I think the sound there is not working. I realize with Honorable Klute. Yeah.
It's boycott.
Right now? Is it working?
Yeah.
Much better?
Huh?
Is it working? No sound.
You can... Maybe it's me, but I think...
Sabotage.
Or should I speak up more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a couple of questions that I would like to ask. Some of them are quite almost sounding similar, but I think if you listen very carefully, you'll get what I'm actually asking. The first question I would like to ask is, under which specific section of the Petroleum Production and Energy Act was this
exclusive Vitol arrangements authorized? My second one is, why was an open international tender not conducted? Third one, Honorable Minister, what legal opinion was obtained confirming that the arrangements complies with competition laws? My last one, will the full Vitol contract and pricing methodology be tabled before this Parliament? Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Likando. Roderick.
I think he already mentioned what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, to add also that we are tired of the crankam explanations
Okay.
of the Honorable Minister. It's better you bring the full agreement between government and Vitol. Table it to Parliament so that we can understand your explanations.
Thank you.
Yes, instead of...
Honorable, no, there are three honorable members, Honorable Shitana, Honorable Moti, Honorable Thomas.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Honorable Amute. So, Vito owns 70% of the whole profit. The Millennium Investment owns 30%. Yes, I follow. So, what is our take as a country? Yes. What?
Listen.
You don't, people are not listening. Yeah.
We are listening us.
Yes.
The question is
so
coming.
What is our take as a country? Yeah. So because here, the company that partnered with Vito has 30%, and Vito owns 70%. So what is our take as a country on that? Is this not that maybe this company that owns 30% is the one that guided the minister to award a sole project to Vito? So just in that one.
Thank you, Honorable Motu. Then Honorable Thomas.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Mine will be brief. Just to ask clarification to the Minister in terms of our national security of the oil. Firstly, I would like the Minister to give us a brief risk assessment that he took in terms of what are some of the contingency measures that the government has in place. Has Vito, which perhaps breached the contract in terms of the disruptions, the geopolitical disruptions of their supply? Two, issues around financial distress. What is Plan B is what we want to hear. And in terms of the quantity of fuel reserves, if that risk has to come to light, what are the reserves in the country in terms to cushion those disruptions? Because we don't really understand the geopolitics around the oil, so we need to really be on board on that so that we understand. And secondly, what is the statistical projections? I just want you to elaborate on your backing. I don't hear figures. Can you perhaps provide the figures? Are we getting money for our value? And can you elaborate on that? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lastly, Honorable Thomas.
Thank you very much. Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Minister, I just seek clarity. Yes, I'm looking at clarity. Yes, in simple terms. Yes. Honorable Minister, the first question I want to know that whether this Vito company is an external factor or, that is the question, number one, whether it's an external factor, whether it's in a foreign company or it belongs to Namibia. Secondly, I want to know, we are aware, or the Namibian people are aware of Article 99
of foreign investment in our country. It says, foreigner investment shall be encouraged within Namibian subject to the provision of an investment code to be adopted by Parliament. My honorable sister, Honorable Esther, asked a question whether there is any policy recognized by this August House or not. And how did you appoint, how did you appoint the external factors to come and fit in the government objective?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minister. Thank you. Honorable Venani, please. Honorable Minister, Honorable Amutse. Honorable Venani. Okay, honorable members, I think just fair for the question and the interest, I will also allow Minister at least just the time to take so that he can elucidate all the questions.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and thank you very much, honorable members. Those were really good questions. And these are questions that you have asked on behalf of our electorates, which I appreciate. I want to start with my dear brother, Honorable Venani, regarding the security of supply, NAMCOR, the historic behaviors of or conducts of Vitor, and the big oil kickbacks. So in short, Honorable Deputy Speaker, I'm not aware of the big oil kickbacks that are anywhere. But Vitor's history also, in terms of conduct, I'm not aware of that company's conduct within the territory of the Republic of Namibia. But
thank you.
But if
honorable members, let's.
But if there are
no, that's a response.
Regarding,
it's an answer, honorable.
Can I be protected?
Yes, you are protected.
Yes. But if it's conduct relating to other authorities or other countries, honestly, I believe those are the competent authorities to deal with those measures. But when we were, yes, security of supply, honorable, yes, the security of supply, we have enough well for now.
Just listen.
There is no, we don't foresee risk at the moment.
But it's answering.
With regards to the supply of petroleum products to Namibia. It's only that I didn't anticipate this question. Otherwise, I would have informed the House of the quantities that we have at the moment, but today, as of today, because the quantity we had 2 days ago are not the same of today. So that's why I say if I knew, I could have bring those of today, because I mustn't inform you of yesterday. But the quantity that we use per month is in the range of 95 million, a combination of 70% diesel and 30% petrol. Yes. So at the maximum, we use mostly 100 million. That is a combination of diesel and petrol.
Very good. Continue.
So I will continue in no particular order.
Just answer.
There was a question on how many companies.
The Honorable, the Minister is responding. No.
No, she's putting the papers so that I can follow. Yes.
Okay.
Members, I'm giving you
Honorable members.
because I have all the
Honorable members. Look.
There are companies that have yes participated in the process, and these are the local companies. We have 4 companies, main companies that supply Namibia as wholesalers, and they are licensed by us as wholesalers. We have also lots of retailers, but in this context, we are speaking about fuel supply. So I'm limiting myself then to the wholesalers. These are Puma, Vivo, Namco, Total Energies. Yes, these are the companies that supply us monthly as wholesalers. They supply the retailers, and they get their fuel from 60% from Vitol. So now in this exercise, when I engage with them and ask them to make their offers to start the process as we have agreed with them, and that is the process of bulk fuel supply, meaning that a single supplier will supply the rest. And they were reasoning that the population of Namibia is small, and it's expensive for them when they evacuate the petroleum products from the main sources, say for instance from Europe or wherever they get it. So it's cheaper to them, and that's their preference, if we have a single supply. So those who participated, NAMCOR did, they participated, they offered a price for diesel. Yes, for diesel, 86,000 cubic liters per month, and they were asking BFP minus 10 cents.
BFP is now what, Honorable Minister? Huh?
Yes.
Basic?
Total Energies.
Okay. I'm also following, I don't know, so.
The conditions.
Now, I want to explain specifically, and I want to explain. I have all the information, and I can answer anytime.
Honorable members.
Honorable members,
you see,
the questions,
just wait, Honorable Minister. The issue is you have posed questions. You might have known the answer, you might have perceived to know the answer, but allow the person to whom you have posed the question to answer. You still are evaluating whether the question is truthful or whatever. That is your view. But at least allow the person, in the same fashion that he has received your questions, to present his responses. Yeah. No, let him finish. Let him finish. I just interrupted so that he can finish, and then we can take it again further. Yeah, that is at the discretion of the presiding officer. Okay. Honorable Minister. No, let the minister finish. What is happening? No, what is it? No, is that now the headphone we are saying?
No, that's not the fact. Yes, honorable members, we have started well.
Yeah.
Let me conclude, please.
Yeah, Honorable Minister, just answer the questions.
Yes, and there were conditions. With NAMCOR, there was a condition. The condition was they need a guarantee because they can only acquire oil from the source with a government guarantee for obvious reasons. Yes? So that made them not to qualify. And then we have Total Energies. They provided BFP plus premiums. Basic fuel, basic fuel price plus premium. Yeah, yes, that makes me more. Their price is more than the one we have preferred. And there were other companies such as Starboard, which also needed government guarantee, which we don't want to risk. We don't want to risk government funds at this moment at this situation which we are facing, and therefore they couldn't qualify. There was another company, SDAL Services Ltd, which also wanted a government guarantee, and on that basis we said no, we can't give government guarantees at this moment, while there is a company that wants to supply BF flat rate. Yes. So, yes, those are the companies that participated. Others were still to provide their.
But ask the question.
Yes, and then I go to the question of 70% versus 30%. Yeah, obviously, I don't know who owned the 30% and what, but our take, all of us, including all of us here, is that with this process and system, obviously we are going to fuel our cars cheaper. And then bread, and yes, when the fuel is supplied on a lower cost, it influences, it depends. The cost price is dependent on the volumes normally. And it's not the same every time because there are things that you have to measure. That's why every month the ministry have a system to evaluate the behavior of fuel in the previous month. So that normally we only determine at the end of each month. So the benefit is for all of us at the end of the day. Honorable Aikola, the international practice of international suppliers, those who supply the wholesalers, I'm not aware of anyone in any country that would be required then to be licensed in that specific country under the laws of that specific country, because they are supplying our wholesalers whom we license. Our wholesalers are the one we license, and they evacuate, they buy the oil product from where they want to buy it. In this case, they buy it from Vitol. It's the same way you order spare parts of anything from any other country. Normally, we all know that the consignments are brought either by a plane or by a vessel at the port of office buy. And we don't need to license those vessels. The practice is the same in this case. So, and Honorable Lukato, how many times will increase and decrease? Honestly, that will definitely depend on the market behavior. Yes, it will depend on the international market, how they behave. Honorable Karonda.
Karonda.
Yeah, of course, Honorable, it is on the basis of economics of scale, I would say. We are meaning that if you buy more at once, a larger quantity, bigger volumes, you pay cheap, is it? And that is simply the basic. That they buy in bulk at once. So it's economics of scale. It becomes cheaper than one buying by piecemeal. So piece by piece. So that is definitely what makes the fuel and this system providing affordable petroleum products to the Namibian people. Total Energy, NAMCOR, Vivo have ordered, but on premiums.
Honorable Karonda.
Basic fuel
price.
Honorable
member, no dialogue, no dialogue.
Okay, and the other one was from Bishop, Honorable. Article 99 on foreign investment. or investors. How did we appoint this one? Now, Honorable Member. Oh, I will come back with that one on the policy, because we are working on fuel bulk supply system. Once we are totally done with that system, as I said, this is the beginning. I will inform the House as well as to where we are. So, and Honorable Hangula, Ingen and Vitor, well, to the context of my statement, I wouldn't have touched this one, but because in good spirit, I would say it's my understanding that engines were sold, engine service stations, it's my understanding that they were sold to a local company specifically to manage the monopoly. That is the understanding I got, because they had more, and the Competition Commission was the competent body that was administering this exercise. The minister was not involved in this exercise, and as we are sitting and standing, myself standing, the minister has still not made any determination or declaration in regard to this transaction. It still stands between the Competition Commission and those who acquired. The minister will only make a determination at an appropriate time on the basis of an appeal. But for now, or maybe I didn't get the question, but the concession or whatever, it's not from the minister in this exercise. There was no concession, there was no arrangement done by the minister with regard to either Inji or Vitor or dealings in this context, if I have got your question well. Honorable Izazi, the premiums are benefiting you, my honorable member, and myself, and everybody else. So when they are removed, it means we buy the petroleum products at a reduced price. And if the price is reduced, it's to the benefit of everyone. So it's actually benefiting all of us in the Republic of Namibia, all of us. The fuel security, I like your question, Honorable Motu, just like I like the other questions. But I would honestly, I would just say the fuel security, for now we have enough fuel in the country. We have not seen any sign leading to us believing that we won't have fuel for the next 3 months. So our analysis and monitoring of the behaviors of the market show that we are still on good course. And our storage are also having fuel. So, and the arrangement that we made so far does not indicate that we will have shortage of fuel, because the companies that normally supply Namibia, the wholesalers, they have ordered their fuel. Honorable Mashindange, with regard to NAMCOR, I maybe it's good, maybe I must make a statement, ministerial statement on this one, so that I brief the House properly. But the government's interest is to grow NAMCOR. It's definitely to grow NAMCOR and to support NAMCOR, as we have been supporting NAMCOR all along. And the history is telling. So, the questions are many. And I must say also, your other question was whether NAMCOR is a wholesaler or is maybe an international supplier, or is but NAMCOR is a spot buyer. So that is what they are. What they do normally is they make an arrangement with the international suppliers, and then they agree on a price. But I must say, spot buying does not guarantee a price beyond certain period of time. Say, for instance, after 2-3 months, because it depends on the price for that specific time and the month, maybe for that month. It cannot be for after 2-3 months, because it's spot buying. So that is really how they buy, how they acquire their product. Nasan issue was not part of my statement, but I could make a statement. I can only say, for now, it is my understanding that they are not taking from Vitor. They are probably making their own arrangement, but I am made to believe that for now, they are not taking from Vitor. It's a matter that we are engaging and discussing so that we can have a solution, because it's the Competition Commission that has made a determination, which determination we must honor as well. So it's an exercise that we really have to, that we are busy with, looking at what the best solution would be. And the last one, Vitor Bahrain. Okay. And what is the premium on top of fuel price? Okay, the premium depends on the quantity. How much are we saving? Depend on the quantity, and even the price depend on the quantity. Yes, the premium price depend on the quantity, the volume. That's what I'm answering. Honorable Deputy Speaker, the premium is on the basis of the volume. Because when you buy, when you pay, they would either, and it's not the same. It is not the same. From when you have 3-4 companies, they may as well, and that is what I'm talking from the practical point of view. This one would say is 50 cents on top of the, yes. The other one would say is 20 cents, the other one would say, so it's not, yes. Yes.
Give them an example.
Yeah, but that's an example. But it's always extra. The bottom line is always extra on top, put on top of the basic fuel price. That is the bottom line.
Give them an example.
Are you done, Honorable Minister?
So there are three left. Maybe
Okay.
I can quickly handle them.
Listen to the answers now.
Yeah, the profit, the money that would leave the country. So I would say we are better off with this arrangement, because if we pay less to an international supplier who have been supplying and will continue to supply anyway. So when we pay less, when our wholesalers, and it's not the government, and I want to set it clear, it is not the government that is ordering fuel from the top. It is just an arrangement for the country to get fuel on a reduced cost, supplied through the normal system, which is the wholesalers. So when the wholesalers buy cheaper with little money, it means less money leaving the country. But when the wholesalers buy for more price, it means more money leaving the country. So at the moment, actually, Situmbe Shamsi have managed to at least reduce the amount of money that have been leaving the country.
Okay, thank you. Now, I know, thank you, honorable members.
I think it's all.
I think you are done, Honorable Minister. Yeah. No, he's finished answered. Now, come again? No. You see, yeah, I think, but what the minister also said is he will come back. Yeah, he will come back. Yeah, he will come back, Honorable Minister, and I think you take note that the members want statistics. You made a commitment, you will come back, and I thank you for that. Okay, Honorable Inge. Break. No break, because you know we started late. Okay, Honorable Inge. Yeah. Okay, but it will be, honorable members, it will be immaterial to break now and when we come back. So you reminded me late. I was going to a seat. Honorable Inge. Okay. Yes. Come again. Yeah. Honorable Inge.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. This is not a ministerial statement in the truest sense of the word.
It's your response from yesterday. From yesterday. Yeah.
Yes,
so that was what I was anticipating.
So thank you very much, Honorable Fries, for the question that you posed yesterday regarding the delays experienced in the testing of export samples for small stock. Specifically, perhaps destined for the Republic of South Africa. As you know, Honorable Member, there are specific requirements for sheep and goats that are being exported to South Africa, that they be tested and a certificate for animal health be issued. And in line with these requirements, the Central Veterinary Laboratory has consistently carried out the prescribed testing procedures to ensure compliance, to facilitate continued export of live sheep and goats from Namibia to South Africa. However, during the period that you refer to specifically, the laboratory experienced an unexpected and significant increase in the number of samples submitted for testing. And I think we all know why, because of the increased demand in our small livestock in both the South African market as well as the Mauritius market. Therefore, this surge in demand has placed considerable pressure on the testing capacity and resulted in the depletion of critical diagnostic reagents to perform the necessary tests that are required. Upon identifying the shortage, the Ministry and the Directorate of Veterinary Services, without delay, instituted procurement processes to replenish these reagent stocks. And therefore, as we speak, the orders has been placed and the materials are expected to arrive anytime. But we must take note that due to the supply chain, global supply chain challenges, as most of these are being imported from elsewhere outside the country, this has constrained the time in which the delivery that are normally delivered to the laboratory being delayed. We are currently waiting for the arrival of the required reagents, and the laboratory will resume full testing capacity upon the arrival of the reagents. I wish to assure you, therefore, Honorable Member, that the matter you raised yesterday is receiving our urgent attention, and we are looking into it to make sure that we go back to the full capacity for the laboratory. I so submit. Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Yeah. Okay, Honorable Fries.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I thank the Honorable Minister wholeheartedly for the prompt response. It's very much commendable. There was a question with regard to the manpower. Does the laboratory have enough manpower? And the second concern which I want to raise, basically, Honorable Minister, is when blood samples are taken for sheep, only the male animals, the rams, blood samples are taken. But in the instance of the goat, all males and females blood samples are taken, which becomes a very expensive exercise for the goat producers in relation to the sheep producers. How can the ministry look into that scenario and streamline or synchronize the blood sampling for the goats and the sheep? I'm trying to say, for the sheep, only the rams are tested, but for the goats, the males and the females are tested. And both the rams and the ewes are tested. And it becomes very expensive for the farmers to test both sexes for the goats, but cheaper for the sheep. Please.
Honorable Mulunga, no. Honorable Mulunga.
Yes, I'm the shadow minister. So, right about here. I just wanted to add on what has already been alluded by Honorable Fries in terms after the ministry realized that there is a backlog, and also considering that keeping the animals, for example, in quarantine.
Yes, yes. You see, just wait. Maybe to elaborate. What the minister did is, when I said ministerial statement, she indicated to take. And she also made it clear that it's not a ministerial statement per se, but it's a ministerial statement. She just wanted promptly, as she has made an undertaking yesterday, she's going to find out and revert back to the House. So the slot happened under ministerial statement. That's why she answered the question.
Comprehension.
Yeah. I think that's my understanding. Yeah. It came under ministerial statement. That's why I'm just clarifying, but I also...
Comprehension.
Yeah.
Deputy
Okay,
Speaker,
you will come.
Comprehension.
Yeah. No, it was under... I just Okay, procedure. Yeah, sorry.
Deputy Chair, then that then begs the question, does that then open up the floor? Do we treat it as a ministerial statement, and then those of us who have questions, we can all ask? Can we then do that?
Okay. What happened under the routine of business, I asked for ministerial statement. The two ministers indicated. I first give the right to the Minister of Mines. We have disposed of the mines ministerial statement. Then I went back to the Minister of Agriculture. But it happens under ministerial statement. But she made it clear that she is following up on the question that was put yesterday. And therefore, because she deemed it necessary and promptly, she also said yesterday, I'm going to find out, I don't know now, I'm going to find out and revert back. So the moment she got the information, she deemed it fit to come and give it through a ministerial statement. And it's a ministerial statement, yeah. Even though she's answering the question, she did it because it was an urgent question she was supposed to answer yesterday. Isn't it? Okay. That's my understanding. Yeah. Yeah, you can participate because it's a ministerial statement.
Created as a result of not. Am I protected, Speaker? Deputy Speaker?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Honorable,
Thank
don't
you.
want to name you.
Could the ministry not have found an alternative solution, perhaps such as engaging private laboratories to do the testing, considering that the ministry doesn't have the necessary kits while the ministry is acquiring the kits? Because looking at the response that has been provided by the Honorable Minister, it seems as if it's going to take a while for these kits to arrive. And we have got animals that have been bought by buyers, sitting, for example, or perhaps in quarantine facilities, incurring costs, instead of engaging private facilities, get this test done, and the animals can be dispatched so that we don't waste money.
Thank you. Okay, there are no interventions, so I'll give to the minister.
Thank you very much. It's on.
Yeah, it's on. Red is on.
What's the issue? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Fries, for your follow-up question. On the question whether the laboratory has enough capacity, I think the honest answer, you will never have enough capacity, especially given that specialized skills that you need. And especially in the current environment where we have diverted some of our staff to the foot and mouth disease challenge that we are having in the southern part of our country. We have also recruited additional part-time staff members who are helping us out, but it is never sufficient. We are engaging with the relevant authority to see what can be done to make the environment more conducive. There is also the competition with the private sector because of attractive packages that the vets are getting from the private sector. So for us to try and retain our vets, we are engaging with the Office of the Prime Minister to see what can be done. We have some graduate students that are also currently unemployed because of the classification for you to be qualified and accredited to practice in Namibia. We'll be engaging UNAM with respect to that issue to see why has it been so difficult for all the external trained vets have not been able to qualify to practice in Namibia. With respect to why the sheep is only the rams that are tested, while the goats both are required to be tested, I don't know the answer to that question, really. It could be the requirement from the receiving country because they are being sent for various purposes. It could be for breeding purposes, maybe for the sheep, while else a goat is for something else. So I really cannot say, but I will find out and engage you privately on that one. With respect to Honorable Mulunga's question, why we could not have engaged or sought alternative arrangements, given the challenge that we have, I think we have been engaging with other private operators, and there has been a challenge generally with respect to availability of medicine for animals in the country due to some challenges that are currently now being addressed by the relevant authority. But farmers, of course, are welcome and free to engage with us if they want to use private services, whether the DVS will then be able to issue the animal health certificate in that respect. So that remains open, and you are welcome to engage with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Reports from the Committee of the Whole Assembly and proceedings. Yeah. that brings us now to the orders of the day. No, 20. The Secretary will read the first order of the day.
Resumption of debate on second reading, Petroleum Exploration and Production Amendment Bill.
When this assembly adjourned on Tuesday, the 9th June 2026, the question before the assembly was a motion by the Honorable Minister of Industries, Mines and Energy that the bill be read the second time. However, the Right Honorable Prime Minister adjourned the debate and he has now the floor.
Speaker, now I see where they got the feeling that I spoke. Honorable Speaker, or Deputy Speaker rather, seeing that time is not on our side. 40 minutes. Yeah, so Honorable Deputy Speaker, in the interest of time. Huh? So I thought the rules say that you must not interrupt the one talking. Yeah. Honorable Deputy Speaker, truly, in the interest of time, I want to move that we postpone to tomorrow.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. You see, thank you. Is there any other contribution? Honorable Kambala?
Okay, fine.
I wish to postpone the debate to next week Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next week Wednesday.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, Honorable. You see, I wanted to say, even if the Right Honorable Prime Minister postpones to tomorrow, tomorrow is question time. And in terms of the rules, you will first have to dispose the questions. So technically, it will stand referred to the day after tomorrow. So that is all I wanted to say. But Honorable Kambala said is postponed to Wednesday. Is it agreed to? Okay. Now, yeah, point of privilege. On what, my brother? Honorable Venani.
I want you to make a ruling. You see, you have the presiding officer have made a ruling on questions time, the ruling on oral questions, but there is no specific ruling to motions that are tabled in the House, to bills that are on the floor of the House, because at this speed that we are running Parliament, we are running a risk of even passing enough bills. Because the whole day we were busy with ministerial statements, it's 15 minutes to go. So I also want the Speaker to do the same, the Deputy Speaker to do the same thing, to make a ruling, so that you allot time daily, that for 1 hour we are going to do with bills, for another hour we are going to do with motions. Because at this point in time, motions are piling up, questions are piling up, but there is no allotted time towards those things. So we need to have a ruling from you, just as you have made a ruling on the questions, so that there is a ruling on the bills of the House, the bills that are on the floor, and the motions that are on the floor of the House.
Okay. Now I take note, and you also agree with me. It's just not something I can just do outrightly here. Yeah. So I will at least, and I will also, what I will do, the forum that we have chief whips. Once that thought is coming, I will try and share so that we do that allocation, having guided each other, so that we come to a. But I think it's a fair enough proposition to say at this pace we are not able to deal. The other thing is also sometimes we must also not treat rules as like the petroleum. It was an issue that is relevant now. You understand? But normally we'll say like when we debate the appropriation bill, will say 45 minutes. You understand? But when there is a contentious issue, you also want to allow that flexibility. But members, the problem is you. When the Rule 36 says the presiding officer has got the discretion to allow short questions. Now, and I did not, deliberately, I did not want to set a time of 2 minutes. Some others really did well. There is no presiding officer that will restrict you to really pose a question to elucidate a matter. I don't think there is any presiding officer. But the difficulty of the rule says, I've got only one choice. I either allow or I don't. And if I'm of the opinion that it will take long, then I deny the others. But if we just do within the pretext of what is required, I don't think there is a presiding officer that will deny you that. So, but thank you, Honorable Venani. As I said, I will apply my mind and will share it, and then a ruling will follow thereafter. Point of privilege.
Yeah, mine really also just seeking maybe to advise each other on some of the items that are on the order paper as far as the importance and prioritization is concerned. There is a motion, for example, by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture on the appointment of individual to serve on the land tribunal.
Is it land tribunal?
Yeah. And the energy we spend, for example, to push for the retired comrades to serve on public service commission, we were very serious. But this one that is also about the livelihood of our people, which was tabled, I think, in April or April. Was it last year? Yeah, it is still at almost the bottom. So how do we deal with some of those important items that are also time bound? Thank you. Because they must serve for three years. We are now in June, so table office and how do we manage that to make sure that we also put priority on some of the items? Thank you very much.
Okay, I think the rules are clear in certain instances what we regard as urgent. And that concern of yours goes with what Honorable Venani has suggested. Once we dedicate time every day to this different, but in instances, the rules are also clear. Bills are the primary initiation of this House. So a bill gets preference than any other matter on the House. But all other matters are equal. But once we set time, I think then every agenda item will get its dedicated time and we are able to follow suit. I think it's a welcome gesture and I take note, Honorable Nashinge, so that we can dispose of and get dedicated time for the different agenda items. No, but you don't have the floor, Honorable Member. Yeah. Privilege. Okay. No, you were first in the like with Fleet Kirin, then yes. Honorable Kandrodu, then Honorable Likandu.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, again, this is on the back of what Honorable Venani said, to seek your indulgence or maybe ruling for future tense. That pertains to whether or not it is possible, Honorable Deputy Speaker and Honorable Members, that in the allotment of time for us to deliberate and also to catch up on some lost times. And I'm saying to Honorable Venani as well as Deputy Speaker, because you are veterans, whether it is possible we dedicate in our slots days where we do not meet, because normally we meet from Tuesday to Thursday, isn't it? Now, I'm just saying, like for instance, we say we dedicate either Friday or Saturday, whatever, similar to when we do, okay, sorry, I'm just saying, similar to when we are debating, with the budget, so that we are able to catch up
including honorable members that are here, they know that there are some of this. But I'm now proposing, but honorable members, where's equality of membership? Yes.
Honorable PM, you can take the seat.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I think what you are also saying, can we not have flexibility to extend the days or whatever? Yeah. All that is there is, that one is clearly the rules which provided us. So maybe in amendment of the rules, we need to put that flexibility, that depending on whatever, because that one is guided, the sitting days are guided. Even the extension is also guided that during the appropriation bill, this will be the following. Okay, and the times and everything. But I take note, it's something that when we engage in terms of that and pertaining to the amendment of the rules that can be included. Okay. Honorable Gandoron.
Yeah, mine is more on clarification. Mine is more on the clarification of the order paper. Like when we left for the recess,
what is the order paper, sir?
The petroleum
119
bill was the 4th, and then it was skipped to the 2nd, now it's on top. Who is allowing all this arrangement? Today is here, tomorrow is there. Now the land bill it doesn't appear here anymore. Where is the land bill? Who decided to remove? So what is what for what? Can we get the explanation?
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I have become a headmaster. Arrangement of order paper, rule 119. The secretary, in consultation with the speaker, may arrange the proceedings of the order paper in whatever order the secretary deems fit. Okay. No, whatever, if you put a comma, you can put, but that is what the rule is saying. The secretary, in consultation with the speaker, may arrange the proceedings on the order paper in whatever order the secretary deems fit. So that consultation is granted by the rules, and it's between the presiding speaker and the secretary. Thank you very much. Honorable Ligando.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I just want to say we have rules. Let's follow the rules. If we have issues, let's take them to the Standing Rules and Orders Committee. And I also want to extend a request to the Right Honorable Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, please, we request it through you, the ministers to avail themselves tomorrow to answer the questions. And then, on a lighter note, I just want also to suggest something that we need to come up with sort of like a time frame as to for how long should a question remain in this book unanswered. Yeah. We need to come up with a time frame, a strategy on that.
Okay.
But above all, to the colleagues, the honorable ministers, please avail yourselves so that we can at least answer these questions tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think we will just, can I implore on the Prime Minister, because it will not make any material to continue, to adjourn the House.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, and thank you, honorable members. I move that the House stand adjourned until tomorrow 2:30.
Okay. Thank you. Is it no? I just want to make an announcement. We'll adjourn now with what Honorable Rodrigue was saying. Is it the understanding that tomorrow when we come, we'll just do questions? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, but all I'm saying is, Okay, the House stand adjourned until tomorrow.